We're back with more Cold to the Booth. That's Aqib Talib. I'm Harrison Sanford. I hope you enjoyed our interview with Tyrann Mathieu. Come back on Friday for the special preview of that Monday Night Football game against the Ravens. But you come here every Wednesday for a bunch of things, including interviews, but you also should come back for our no-fly zone power rankings. The teams that if you're playing against them, if your quarterback is playing against them, you have a star wide receiver, you might want to watch out. Little movement this week. Let's go over Aqib's new top 5 in the no-fly zone power rankings. Number 1, Ravens. Number 2, Rams. New insert, Bears at 3, Chargers at 4, Cardinals at 5. Biggest question I have about that, Aqib, why did the Bears jump in?
I watched the tape. I wanted to put him in last week, but, they was against a, lighter opponent. They was against a lighter opponent this week as well. But, man, that's not their problem, man. They playing so good. They playing so good, man. They strapping. It's seen on my part. So, you know what I'm saying? They crept up in the top 5, number 3. And also, 2 of my top 5 teams, my Saints and my Patriots, they let me down, man. They played a bunch of man coverage, and they got roasted, man. They got roasted. The Patriots pretty much lost all their matchups, top to bottom. And the Saints had no answer for Waller. So if you lose games and you give up that many yards passing, touchdowns, Patriots gave up 5 touchdowns. So you just can't be in the top 5. So really, I was searching for 5 no-fly zones, honestly. But the Bears been playing good football, so they crept in.
Okay, fair enough. And they crept in and jumped up to number 3. Chargers fans are going to be kind of upset after the job that they were able to do somewhat against Patrick Mahomes.
I'm going to talk about that. Nah, through 3 quarters, I was like, I told y'all, this no-fly zone all day, right? 4th quarter came in. Chris gave up the deep ball to Tyreek. That was a tub. And Mahomes kind of turned that magic on. But even with Mahomes having 300 yards, Tyreek Hill had 100 yards in the tub, Kelsey had 100 yards in the tub, I still felt like the Chargers contained them. They only gave them 23 points overtime, 20 points in regulation. I felt like they contained them. So that's why they didn't drop all the way out. They dropped from 3 to 4 or something like that. But, yeah, they dropped down one spot, man. But They did pretty good against the champs. But, man, if you don't win, you got to drop down a little bit.
Understandable. We'll see if those Ravens can stay at the top spot in that Chiefs matchup. If they do a job, they might lock it down for a couple. They might be able to hold it down for a couple weeks here. Let's see how long their reign can last. But speaking of matchups, why don't we just do it?
I used to strap your favorite fantasy football player every week and win my matchup. Now this year, I'm going to break down the game tape so you can win your matchup every week. And all you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get the in-depth analysis first. And while you at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Call to the Booth.
We're going to build a DFS lineup. Our first glance at Week 3. Paul, pull it up for us. We'll cue in a little music. You'll hear it on the back end here. And let's get this started. Now, let's always start with running back. Every week, you got to focus on who's out because you get a cheap play. Last week, It was Jonathan Taylor. This time, with the Raheem Mostert injury in the 49ers, I think I know where you're going to go first with running back.
You know I'm going McKinnon. You already know. Coleman down, Mustard down. We going McKinnon, man. Get him in there for the low. With our other running back, man, we going Taylor. Let's go Taylor with our other running back. Just because he balling out, man. He ready to go. So we can spend a little money on Taylor.
Well, yeah, no, especially with the way the Jets are playing, it feels like that game is going to be a lot of opportunities for him to get carries. And if he has that, then we're good to go there. Okay, so we got McKinnon and Jonathan Taylor at your running back positions. There are a bunch of shootouts this week, so you gotta kind of pick the right wide receiver. I know we try to look at DeAndre Hopkins, but he costs some money.
Yeah, Hopkins too expensive for it this week.
Yeah. So what other options are you gonna look at?
Let's go DK.
There we go.
DK done got that bump and run grind. So I know his confidence is through the roof right now, man. I mean, how he played, I know Russell's confidence is through the roof, throwing it to him. So we got to go DK.
And you like him over Tyler Lockett.
I like him over Tyler Lockett just because, man, that fade situation, that deep ball situation, I feel like he's more. They both home run hitters, man, but hey, it's hard not to put DK on your team right now. DK gonna go for the next couple of weeks. If you have a game like that, you have a game like that against a start, the DMVP, man, your confidence is just through the roof right now. So, man, I can only imagine what he's finna do to these boys.
Fair enough. So we got DK Metcalf. We still need 2 wide receivers. I know a lot of maybe want to come back in that same game with a high over/under. Which Cowboys wide receiver do you want to target?
Let's go CD. I like what CD did last week. I like his targets, man. I like how Dak, crucial situations, Dak looked for him. So I'm gonna go with CD, man. CD as that second wide out. And
okay.
That third wide out, man, it's a guy from Pittsburgh getting hella targets, man. What's his last name?
Diontae Johnson. I know he's on my fantasy team.
I mean, hella targets, man. I think Juju got 13 targets. This guy got like 24, 25. So Big Ben likes something about him, and he throwing on the rock, man. So I like him to find the end zone this week, man. And
now, in that matchup now, so people know who have Juju, against the Texans secondary, what type of coverage can they expect? Is Bradley Roby potentially going to be on Juju? So how's that going to work out?
I think young Robe going to follow Juju probably. Because, I mean, he don't follow Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had 40 yards, but Tyreek Hill did have a touchdown. Next week, he followed Brown. He followed Hollywood from the Ravens. Hollywood had 40 yards. So Robe been productive, man. He ain't letting guys get behind him. He ain't letting guys get in his zone. He let Tyreek get in his zone. But he ain't letting them fast guys get behind him, man. So Juju scored a long touchdown on him last year or the year before. So I know he got it out for Juju. He probably begging coach to follow him, shadow him. And everybody he shadowed so far ain't had more than 40 yards, man. So and then
Diontae Johnson it is.
Diontae Johnson got more targets than Juju anyway. So Big Ben, he likes something about him. So man, let's go with Diontae Johnson.
Fair enough. And then here at tight end, last week a bunch of people played. Either it was Jordan Reed or it was Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas is real popular.
Right.
I played him. He kind of didn't do too well. I should have played Jordan Reed. He had 2 touchdowns against the Jets. So you gotta pay attention to that George Kittle injury situation. But in the event that he plays, what's your tight end situation?
I'm going Jonnu Smith, Tennessee, man. He made some plays last week, man. He a playmaker. He a mismatch. And he a safety blanket for Tannehill. So he scored 2 touchdowns last week?
2 touchdowns last week, one more than Corey Davis.
Last week. And Tannehill like him, man. Off that run game, it's usually a tight end. If you got a great run game, your tight end usually score a lot of touchdowns. So man, let's go Jono.
Speaking of which, and me being one of them, I feel sorry for all the Derrick Henry owners in DFS last week. Just didn't. A lot of money spent. Not a lot of return, but it is what it is. We move on to the next week. All right, so who's your so let's fill out the defense and then go quarterback, and we'll see what we have left for the flex. So who you got for defense?
Defense, I want to go Chargers, man. I like the Chargers. I like how they played against the champs last year and Patty Mahomes. They contained him. They didn't stop him, but they contained him. So man, Chargers, man. They got Carolina. No McCaffrey. I like what
it's
they
time to
do.
eat.
Time to eat.
And so, and then you got DJ Moore potentially shadowed by Casey Hayward. You got Robbie Anderson potentially going to get shadow coverage too. It might be a wrap.
I don't think that's shadow.
Teddy Bridgewater.
I don't think that's shadow. The Chargers, they on shadow. Casey gonna be on the left. Chris gonna be on the right in base. Chris gonna be in the slot. Davis 43 gonna be on the right in nickel. So man, they gonna do what they do. They gonna play cover 3. They gonna mix in some off man. They gonna have a 4-man rush. And they gonna strap.
It's gonna be a tough day for Teddy Bridgewater. So decent price too for the Chargers. All right, so now we let's go up to quarterback now. There's obviously some shootout games. You got to pick the right one. Last week, Matt Ryan helped out a lot of fantasy owners. Yes. Dak Prescott obviously went off with 4 rushing touchdowns.
I told him to pick Dak last week.
You did. You was right. You were right. Josh Allen performed very well. What quarterback are you going with this week?
I'm gonna go Kyler Murray. Let's go Kyler Murray, man. He playing some great football, man. He's looking like he's going to be in an MVP running at the end of the year. And on top of that, he's going against Detroit. So, that speaks for itself.
We'll go with that. So that leaves us, what about 5,200 for our flex? What are our options here at 5,200? We got Deshaun Jackson, Brandon Cooks, Corey Davis, Hollywood Brown, Russell Gage, Zach Ertz. Where are you leaning towards with this pick?
tough one right here, man. I need your help. Harrison. Who you
I'm a Giants fan, and with no Saquon Barkley, I know the Richard
like
Sherman
Slayton.
injury. The
You
Richard
like
Sherman
Slayton.
injury. Hey, this is your lineup.
I like Slayton.
I'm just
Let's
saying.
do it. Let's do it. I like Slayton. Slayton, hey, he gets the ball, man. They throw him the ball, and with no Saquon, I like them to throw that ball around. I like them to use them wideouts, man. They gotta use them. They're gonna throw that ball around 30, 40 times. Let's go Slayton, man. Slayton. Let's go Slayton. And pray that he get 10 targets. He get 10 targets.
There you go.
He gonna get us 15, 18 points.
For our people who are watching or listening, we did kind of debate potentially putting in Marvin Jones because we anticipate Kenny Golladay might get some shadow coverage from Patrick Patterson, but it's too expensive. We got to be reasonable here. Got to be reasonable. All right, so Aqib, let them know their Week 3 lineup for DFS, first glance.
Week 3 lineup, man. We're going Kyler Murray. We're going McKinnon and Taylor at our running backs. We're going DK Metcalf, CeeDee Lamb, and Diontae Johnson as our wideouts. We're going Jonnu Smith at the tight end, Slayton at the flex, and we're rocking with that Chargers D, baby.
I think that's another winning lineup.
And we still got $300 left if we want to go get some drinks, some chips, some brisket. We still got $300, so we shopping wisely. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey.
All right, we got to get out of here. Let's do a quick Thursday night football preview. Dolphins versus the Jags. Gardner Minshew's looked pretty impressive in his first 2 games. A lot of people thought the Jags were trying to tank. It doesn't really seem like it the way that they're playing against the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa, there we go. Gonna have to say that a lot of times to get it to get it memorized and pronounced correctly. He's not gonna play anytime soon. It doesn't seem like it, at least. Yeah. Quick prediction for this game and take us home.
I'm gonna go Minshew. Minshew magic, man. He still got the same magic that he had last year, so it must not be fluke. I'm starting to believe in him, man. He a good quarterback, man. He competitive, so I don't really like what the Dolphins got going on at all anyway. So I'm going to go Jags, man. They've been putting up a lot of points. They've been competing, man. Let's go Gardner Minshew. Let's go Jags.
Okay. You got a final score prediction?
Final score, let's go 3 touchdowns, 3 field. Let's go 27-14 Jags.
27-14.
27-14 Jags.
If it's that score, then I might take my sports attention to the Western Conference final game that will be played that day. If it's, I need a close one. It ain't
gonna be no close one.
All right, we got to get out of here. Make sure you guys come back for our Friday episode. Fantasy football advice. What do you do about Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey injuries? You need roster help. Aqib's got you. Plus, we're doing the A+ matchups. A bunch of wide receivers going against a bunch of primetime defensive backs. We answer your fantasy questions. A+ matchups. We'll look ahead to Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, big time game, and Tyrann Mathieu on that Ravens matchup. A bunch going on. Come back on Friday. Aqib, any last words?
Subscribe, rate, and review. Call to the booth, baby. Check us out.
Oh, you're getting the hang of it now. I like that.
Yeah. I was comfortable right there. You know what I'm saying? Got this shit down, Harrison.